Marcus Holt had repaired hundreds of broken ships in his life. Old ships. Cheap ships. Ships that should have been retired years ago. But the ship drifting toward Frontier Station 12 was something else. It was enormous. A true war dreadnought. Its hull was torn and burned, like something had tried to eat it. Deep plasma scars crossed the armor in long, ugly lines. Entire sections were dark, silent, dead. The ship moved slowly, barely holding itself together, like a wounded beast refusing to lie down. Marcus lowered his scanner and frowned. "Yeah," he muttered. "That's not good." Around him, the docking crew quietly backed away. One by one, they left the hangar, pretending they suddenly had very important jobs elsewhere. Soon, Marcus was alone. The dreadnought locked into the hangar with a deep, painful groan. The lights flickered. Dust fell from the ceiling. Marcus took a sip of his lukewarm coffee and sighed. "I should have stayed in bed." The ramp lowered. Steam poured out, glowing faintly with emergency lights. Then she stepped forward. She was tall, pale-skinned, with long black hair and elegant pointed ears. Her cloak flowed behind her, torn and burned at the edges, yet she carried herself like nothing in the universe had the right to touch her. A queen. Marcus didn't need the data tag to know that. She looked around the hangar, her sharp eyes stopping on Marcus, the only person still there. "You," she said. Her voice was calm, cold, and dangerous. "Are you the shipwright?" Marcus raised a hand slowly. "That depends. Are you here to kill me?" She blinked once. "No." "Cool," he said. "Then yes." She stepped closer. Up close, Marcus could see exhaustion behind her perfect posture. Her eyes were sharp, but tired. Very tired. "My name is HFY," she said. "Queen of the Void Kingdoms." Marcus nodded. "Marcus Holt. I fix broken things." "My engineers are dead," HFY said simply. "My enemies are close. And my ship is failing." Marcus glanced past her, at the massive wounded dreadnought. "Yeah," he said. "I noticed." She studied him, as if deciding whether he was worth trusting. "You have hours," she said. "Perhaps less." Marcus took another sip of coffee. "So, a normal Tuesday." For just a moment, something like disbelief crossed her face. Then she laughed. It was short. Quiet. Almost like it escaped by accident. That was when Marcus knew this job was going to change his life. The inside of the dreadnought felt alive. The walls glowed faintly with alien light, like veins beneath skin. The floor vibrated under Marcus's boots. The ship wasn't just damaged, it was hurting. "This place feels angry," Marcus said as they walked. "It is ancient," HFY replied. "And loyal." "It's also 5 minutes away from exploding," Marcus said. "Which makes it cranky." She didn't respond, but her ears twitched slightly. They reached the engine chamber. Marcus stopped and stared. The room was massive, shaped like a cathedral. Towering energy coils reached toward the ceiling. The quantum core hovered at the center, glowing bright and unstable, pulsing like a wounded heart. Marcus swallowed. "Okay. That's impressive." "The core is failing," HFY said. "It was sabotaged." Marcus activated his scanner. The device screamed immediately. "Runaway reaction. Critical instability." He turned it off and sighed. "Good news, I know what's wrong." "And the bad news?" She asked. "We might die fixing it." She crossed her arms. "Acceptable odds." Marcus blinked. "You royalty types are weird." He climbed onto a maintenance platform and got to work. As he moved, the ship groaned, metal shifting and creaking. Sparks fell. Energy surged. Faye watched him closely. "You are not afraid," she said. "I am," Marcus replied. "I just complain instead of screaming." She didn't understand that, but she smiled anyway. Minutes passed. Then hours. Marcus joked. He cursed. He talked to the reactor like it was a stubborn animal. "Easy," he muttered, tapping the housing. "We're friends. Don't kill me." The core pulsed, then steadied. Ashura's eyes widened. It listens to you, she whispered. Marcus shrugged. Machines like confidence. Suddenly, the ship shook violently. Warning alarms echoed. Joy moved without thinking. She stepped in front of Marcus, shielding him as energy flared. Hey! Marcus snapped. I'm the expendable one here. No, she said firmly. You are not. They locked eyes. Something changed. The alarm slowed. The core stabilized. Barely. Marcus exhaled. Okay. That bought us time. Her looked at him like she was seeing him for the first time. You saved my ship, she said. Not yet, he replied. But it wants to live again. Enemy ships appeared on the scanners. 3 cruisers. Fast. Armed. Angry. They followed us, I said. They will destroy us. Marcus cracked his neck. Then we don't stay. The core cannot handle a jump, she warned. It can, Marcus said. If I push it. You will die. Possibly, he admitted. But I've had worse odds. Sheree stared at him. Why? She asked quietly. Why help me? Marcus paused. Because you didn't run, he said. And neither did your ship. She stepped closer. My people need me, she said. But my throne is broken. My court is divided. Marcus met her gaze. Then fix it. Her voice trembled. I cannot do it alone. The ship shook again. Time was gone. Ashara straightened. Marcus halt, she said. Will you stand with me? He smiled. Yeah. Let's make history. She activated the jump. The universe screamed. Light twisted. Space bent. Marcus held on as reality tore itself apart. Then, silence. Stars returned. The scanners were clear. They were alive. Shui slowly turned to him. We escaped, she said. Yep, Marcus replied. Ship still intact. I still have all my limbs. She looked at him, truly looked. I need someone beside me, she said. Someone free of politics. Someone human. Marcus froze. You're asking me to be my consort, she finished. Not for power. For trust. The ship hummed softly around them. Marcus laughed under his breath. You know, he said, I just wanted to fix a reactor. Shui smiled. A real smile. And yet, she said, you fixed a kingdom. He held out his hand. Let's not break it again. She took it. And deep inside the dreadnought, the quantum core pulsed, steady, strong, and alive. The stars outside the dreadnought were calm, almost peaceful. That peace was a lie. Marcus Holt stood inside the engine cathedral, arms crossed, listening to the deep, steady pulse of the quantum core. It sounded healthier now. Stronger. But it was still wounded, like a warrior standing after a battle, pretending not to feel pain. Shui stood nearby, hands folded behind her back, staring at a holographic map of space. The glow painted her pale skin in soft blue light. For the first time since Marcus had met her, her shoulders were not tense. But her eyes were. The coup leaders will not stop, she said. They believe I am weak. Marcus snorted. Yeah, well, they tried to murder you with sabotage. That's not exactly a strong argument. Sheree turned slightly. They will claim I fled. You didn't flee, Marcus said. You repositioned. She tilted her head. That is a generous interpretation. I'm a mechanic, he replied. We specialize in optimistic thinking. The ship hummed beneath their feet, adjusting course through uncharted space. Far from the void kingdoms. Far from enemies. For now. Sheree turned fully toward him. Marcus, she said quietly. What I asked of you earlier. I did not do so lightly. He rubbed the back of his neck. Yeah, about that. Queen asks a guy to become her consort. Not exactly something they cover in repair school. Her long ears dipped slightly. You may refuse. He looked at her. Not at the crown. Not at the title. At the woman. Telling you no feels like leaving a reactor half fixed, he said. Bad things happen later. Her lips curved faintly. Before she could answer, alarms flared. Not danger alarms. Communications. An incoming signal forced its way through the dreadnought systems. HFY stiffened. Route it to the command deck. Marcus followed her as the ship's halls lit up, systems waking more fully now that the core was stable. Crew members, those still alive, looked at Marcus with confusion, curiosity, and something close to awe. A human. Walking beside their queen. On the command deck, the hologram snapped into focus. A tall alien male appeared, clad in dark armor marked with the sigil of the Void Kingdoms. Lord Kalen. Ashera's jaw tightened. You live, Kalen said calmly. I am disappointed. You sabotaged my ship, Shai replied coldly. You murdered my engineers. They died for progress, Kalen said. The kingdom needs strength, not hesitation. Marcus leaned toward Ashera and whispered, I already hate this guy. Kalen's eyes flicked toward Marcus. And you brought a human pet. Marcus straightened. Pet. Buddy, I fix ships. I don't fetch. Ashera raised a hand. Enough. Kalen, you have committed treason. Kalen smiled. Treason is decided by the victor. The hologram shifted, revealing a fleet behind him. 10 warships. He leaned closer. Return. Abdicate. Or be erased. The signal cut. Silence filled the command deck. Marcus let out a slow breath. Okay. So that's your fan club. They will rally more fleets, Ashera said. Many still believe him. Marcus nodded. Then we need to show them something better. She looked at him. What do you propose? He smiled, a dangerous, human smile. We fix the kingdom. The dreadnought emerged from jump space at the edge of a neutral system. But this time, it did not hide. Ashera ordered the ship to broadcast. Every channel. Every frequency. Her image appeared across Void Kingdom space. She stood tall, cloak restored, crown gleaming. My people, she said. You were told I fled. That I was weak. She gestured. The camera shifted. The quantum core, glowing steady and bright. This ship was sabotaged, she continued. By those who claim to protect you. Murmurs spread across the channels. Marcus stepped into view beside her. A human. Covered in grease. No armor. No weapons. He repaired it, Ashera said. While under threat. While hunted. Marcus gave a small wave. Hi. Ashera's voice hardened. If a human mechanic can stand unafraid beside his queen, she said, then I will not hide. Kalen's fleet appeared on sensors. They were coming. Ashera turned to Marcus. Are you afraid? He shrugged. A little. But fear doesn't mean stop. The enemy ships opened fire. The dreadnought shook, but held. Marcus sprinted back to engineering. Core, buddy, he muttered. It's showtime. The dreadnought responded. Energy surged. Ancient weapons, long unused, powered up. The first enemy cruiser vanished in a burst of light. Shock rippled across the fleet. They forgot, Marcus said softly, watching the readings. This ship isn't just big. It's old, Shai replied over comms. And old ships, Marcus finished, survive. The battle was brutal. Kalen's fleet was larger, but disorganized. The dreadnought moved with purpose now. Precision. Power. Human adjustments had changed its behavior. Ashera commanded with calm authority. Marcus kept the core stable through sheer stubborn will. One by one, enemy ships fell. Kalen's flagship tried to retreat. Ashera locked weapons. Stand down, she ordered. Kalen laughed. You think this changes anything? Ashera's eyes hardened. No, she said. It reminds them who I am. The flagship was disabled. The battle ended. Silence returned. Across Void Kingdom space, signals flooded in. Support. Relief. Hope. Her closed her eyes. It is done, she whispered. Marcus leaned against a console, exhausted. So, still need a consort? She turned to him. Slowly, she removed her crown. I need Marcus Holt, she said. Not as a symbol. As my partner. He met her gaze. Then yeah, he said. I'm in. She smiled, not as a queen, but as a woman choosing her own future. The dreadnought drifted among the stars, no longer dying, no longer alone. And humanity had just gained something priceless. A place beside the throne.